culmination of how insidious and sinister gun violence is in Chicago. And just like here, the police department has a challenge, the police department in Chicago has a challenge too. And we got almost 3 million people, man, and less than the required amount of police officers on the street. So I understand those challenges. I still am a Chicago police officer. I'm at a command position for the last 4 years now. So, I mean, I understand and I get it. And I heard someone say that the community has to get involved. The community does have to get involved because we got something that's going on in Chicago that is sinister with the music. I was just talking with Reverend Marcus, who's here with me today, and I says, what's that term, drill music? Have you all heard drill music, the term drill music? It's like a repetition of lyrics that involve gangs, guns, drugs, the culture of violence, misogynistic lyrics over and over and over again. So there's a campaign to not play that type of music, but it's so underground, and music does have influence on our children. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what a psychologist says. I don't care what a school teacher. They can say that it doesn't. Yes, it does. It does through and through and through. You can get a kid who will listen to music over and over and over and over again. He hears a certain type of lyric. He wants to go and live it. He wants to go and be it. He does not know, she does not know that these rappers who are talking about gang banging and disrespecting women and carrying guns and selling dope, 90% of them never did that. They never did it on the street. Dr. Dre and them didn't do that crap. They was nice little boys from Compton with the exception of Eazy-E. You got this stud, this little boy here now, Chief Keef. Really? Chief Keef? A thug, a little gang? He just misguided. He had a proper upbringing. So the point I'm making is, one thing that has to happen, y'all, if we're talking about bringing the community in to help the police, we've got to have some parental involvement with people raising their children the right way. Because there is a parental malpractice of how some adults are raising their children ineffectively. Getting back to the 14-year-olds, I'm almost done here. 14-year-olds are the epitome of gun crimes and teenage crimes in Chicago, in that this little girl, I bet a dime to a dollar, that she had no one really raising her, okay? 14-year-old goes after her, then an uncle who gets on a bus, who's paraplegic in a wheelchair, gets on the bus with a gun and travels to the crime scene and gives the gun to the girl and said, take her out. The gun didn't jack right. They fixed it, gave it back to her. The victim that she was after, the woman that she was after, didn't even die. She killed an unintended girl. The victim that she intended to shoot is still alive. An entire community destroyed again. And where else in Chicago but the infamous, unfortunately, area of Inglewood, where Reverend Marcus is from. It goes on, this vicious cycle goes on and on and on again. One of my mantras and one of the things that I like to talk about, I like to get parents and teachers in the room, or parents and their children in the room, and let them know you're responsible for your child. Your child is a reflection of you, an extension of you. There are a lot of parenting outlets now that can help these people. They can help young parents raise their children, you all, because we got a segment of the population that's not doing a good job with raising their children. A lot of people don't like to talk about that because it's sensitive. But who brought you in the world? My mother had 5 boys, 2 girls. Wasn't none of that mess. You'd be home before the street lights come on, or you'd be on the porch. Single mother, 5 boys, 2 girls. She wasn't having none of that mess. She beat the brakes off of us. Okay? So that's one thing that has to happen. So there's a lot of outreach for that, and the thing I'd like to do is to reach the parents, because we need to get beyond the day of waking up every day and saying a kid like Blair has lost his or her life again. And for what? These kids deserve a life to live longer than us. So just keep that in mind, you all, as we move forward with community building. All right, thank you.
God bless you.
Excuse me, my name is Leonard Cobb. Autumn, and I'm with the Buffalo Soldiers. The Buffalo Soldiers now, we have 100 chapters, and we're in every state. We're on Facebook and that, and when Katrina came, we went to New Orleans. We had 3,000 Buffalo Soldiers bikes dressed just like us, and they closed from New Orleans to Mississippi off, and we rode proud. Also, my brother was shot in Gary on 25th Avenue in 1975. My son was shot in Gary in the 80s. And every year I'm out here doing this. I cut out everything. And it's the kids. When all my kids grew up, I said, and they left home, I said, this is it now, I'm home alone. All they did was go away and multiply. Now I got the grandkids. And that's the way it is with most of us now. We're talking about the mothers and the fathers. The mothers and the fathers around here are kids. Young girls having kids, leaving them on church steps. They don't know how to take care of kids. It's up to these grandparents and the people our age to get on these mothers and fathers and train them so they can, you know, health care or whatever. Because when my grandkids come over, they be doing stuff that their mother and father would have never did. And they get a beating. Mama would never beat them. But they go out, and these are the politest kids now, and it's up to us, the older generation. I'm a little older now. But that's what it's going to take, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, listen, I would like to let all the moms know, and also the Buffalo Soldiers, if you want an inspirational gospel for your mom or for your wife or your girlfriend, you have to get one. All the Buffalo Soldiers. Any mother, if you want an inspirational gospel, come up here and get one. Donna Shaw is the grandmother of Josiah Shaw. Josiah Shaw was killed about 6 years ago on 21st in Virginia in that area. He was shot to death. No one has been brought to justice for it, but they supposedly are still working on it. Donna?
That's what I call it, Josiah.
I'd just like to say I want to thank everyone for coming out for this march the day before Mother's Day. I know it's hard on a lot of people, the ones that had a lot of violence in their families, but we have to still stand together. We have to show the world out here that we love and care about one another. True enough, my grandson was murdered, but I still have to love that person that did that. I still have to pray for them each and every day so that we can kind of change what's going on around this world. I'd like to especially thank Mr. Dwight for coming and forming these marches. We meet every year on January the 28th, on 21st in Virginia for Josiah Memorial.
Yes.
This year the weather was kind of bad. We didn't get a chance to do it, but we're still going to stand strong. We're still going to let people know they cannot take over. They cannot stand on the corner and say, this is my corner, or walk in the street, and we driving cars, and we have to be the ones that have to go around them. We need to start making changes. We need to come together. We need to talk more about these marches so that more people can come out. I also would like to thank Mayor Karen Freeman and also the Chief of Police, because he was the one that got them together to bring in the force to start this case all over again. And we know that justice is going to be done soon, and we just want to thank each and every one of you all for standing by us. Thank you so much, and may God continue to bless each and every one of you all.
Wonderful, 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 wonderful.
Hey, Cliff, you want to say something? Officer.
Okay, now say something, Shirai, so I can hear this. You ain't got nothing to say? Well, I'm going to turn it off. This is Miss Standberry. I'm at the Mother's Day March in Gary. And it's a very beautiful day. And insofar as the bulletin that I carry here about Kaylee Anthony's law, Trayvon's law, and also the fact that on Sundays in Florida, they're still aborting babies. You know, as the church preached, children are being slaughtered. And that's been going on for 6 months now. I want to thank the Lord for Pro-Life Action League, Mark Crutcher, Life Dynamics, Life Talk, Illinois Light for Life, and also the International Pro-Life Federation chapters in Kenya, Nigeria, Uganda, and also in South Africa. Thank you.